Richard Stoker was taken from us by a cruel twist of fate. Pray for strength for Richard's wife and daughter.
India, come and say hello to your Uncle Charlie.
You look like my father.
I don't know what you think you saw.
Maybe we could talk about you living here with Charlie like this.
People can just disappear on you.
It's good to be back, Jeff. After being sick and shit. And it's good to finally have a pretty good movie come out this year so far, because everything's been really shitty, and I can easily say that this is my favorite movie of the year so far. And I guess that's not really saying much because we had a shitty year, but I mean, Warm Bodies was okay. Last Stand I really liked. Mama was pretty good.
Mama was marginally good.
Yeah.
Side Effects?
Side Effects was really good, but Stoker.
My favorite still. Well,
Stoker is my favorite movie of this year so far.
Aren't you stoked to talk about it?
I am stoked to talk about it.
It's Al Roker's favorite movie.
Oh
Stoker.
my fucking god! That doesn't even. You could have made like some fireplace joke or like some vampire reference.
It's the perfect movie to watch outside because you could light a fire.
And
while watching, you could stoke the fire to keep it going.
Change it to Stoker or make some stupid sex joke like you do or something.
I think
you did everything. All the things you could have done, he went to Al Roker, which is a connection I would never put together.
What rhymes with Stoker? Roker. Oh. Okay.
Oh my god.
You know what? In all seriousness, I think this is a very interesting movie. I think actually, my brother Ben would like this because he used to play cards and he would play poker while watching.
Oh my god! I was even wondering, like, really, he likes these kind of movies? I didn't expect that. Oh shit! But anyway, this movie came out last week in limited release. It's going to come out in a couple more theaters here in Chicago. But
I read somewhere it was 7 theaters nationwide.
It's nationwide?
Only 7 theaters last week.
Oh, last week? Yeah, probably. I just recently saw it. They're branching out more. But it's Park Chan-wook's new film. That name doesn't sound familiar. He's a Korean director, known mostly for Old Boy, which is one of his best movies. But he made the Vengeance trilogy, which includes Old Boy, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, and then Lady Vengeance. They're not really related, but you know they all have the theme of revenge and such.
Was Thirst any good?
Thirst was really good. It was a
vampire movie.
Yeah, really interesting vampire movie. Yeah. It was really good. And in a way, so is Stoker.
Yeah.
Another vampire movie with no vampires.
Kinda. It's like, well, first of all.
Well, let me set up the movie. Like, let me do a little synopsis of the plot. Stoker is a film with Mia.
I don't know how to say her.
Wazowski, girl from Alice in Wonderland. Mike Wazowski. So Mia whatchamacallit, she's plays a girl named India Stoker, and her father has just died. She dies at the beginning of the film. You don't see it, but it shows the family getting a phone call, and then it switches to the dad's funeral. Now she's kind of like Wednesday from the Addams Family, just like a really dark, brooding, kind of gothic girl.
I heard Spill.com, they said that she's basically a non-humorous version of Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. But she reminds me more of Wednesday because she's also.
See, I never watched The Addams Family or saw the movies.
She also has like violent tendencies, but also like like they said about the girl from Beetlejuice. This isn't like a funny movie.
Yeah.
And she's not that humorous. She has a couple parts where she's like sarcastically funny, but there's nothing like humorous about her character.
No, she's very frigid.
So her father's just died, and she was really close to him, so she's brooding over that. Excuse the burp. And during the funeral, she notices someone watching from afar but not really attending. And during the, what's it called? Not the party afterwards, but
the after party.
Exactly.
He's dead. Funeral 2013. To the break of dawn.
What are they called though? Funeral?
Reception.
Yeah, during the reception, her mother, played by Nicole Kidman,
who she isn't really close to at all.
Yeah, she's kind of frigid with her mom.
She's really cold with everyone, but especially
with her mom. But she calls her over and announces that, hey, meet your Uncle Charlie, who you've never met, played by Matthew Good. And I feel like the original title for this was Matthew Good Makes Bitches Wet. Because, I mean, like, anyone he talks to who is a lady has, like, they just swoon, man. Especially, like, her mom, Kidman.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she'll have these lines of dialogue where she's like, oh, it's been such a hard day. Charlie, would you come to the kitchen and fuck me, please? Like, it seems like that's what she wants to say.
Kind of like, well, how long does it take until society was like, oh, well, how long does it go from, oh, man, if she hooks up with the uncle, man, she's an awful person, or what am I trying to say? Like, there's a point where, like, if she probably hooked up with him, like, right away, people would be like, what the hell is wrong with her? Her husband just died. But
from the moment they meet,
it takes a little while.
You know that that's what she wants.
Yeah, but it takes a little while to, like, slowly... Okay, yeah, I guess at the beginning she was like that, though.
Yeah. But the thing with Charlie, which is India's uncle, he's a really charming, handsome guy who just comes in out of blue. And yeah, right away you can tell that there's something wrong about this guy.
Which nobody, I'm sorry, but nobody picks up on.
Well, I mean, they've known about him. He's not like a secret. They just never met. And partially it's because he says he's been, he travels the world. He's been in Europe for a long time. But still, there's an odd air about him. And India picks up on that kind of right away. She knows, like, she doesn't like the guy. And it's because I bet she feels like there's something off. And then bad things kind of start to happen.
Bad things happen.
I'm not going to say what exactly, but certain characters come in and they leave the film pretty early on. Yeah. And it becomes apparent that it's Charlie doing these murders and stuff like that. But the mystery,
I'm not going to say anything.
Well, I said that. Well, that's the thing about the movie. The mystery isn't who's committing these murders and other acts of violence and stuff like that. It's more like, why is he doing this?
And why is he so obsessed with India?
And why is he so obsessed with
She doesn't like him, and
India?
she's actively avoiding him, but he will not take no for an answer.
He kind of seems like he wants to be her father figure now that her dad's passed away. Mm-hmm. But India's not having it, and well, that's the basic synopsis of the movie.
Yeah,
what's up with this guy is the basic plot, and as things start to get revealed, it's I like all the twists in the film. There are some twists where I really did not see it coming, and this is a movie, and I know that's obviously that's the point of a twist, but some things you could kind of pick up on and think like, oh, this is going to come back on later in the film, and like, oh, now I understand this is why this person is like this. But it's a really good mystery because you won't figure it out.
Example, like, I don't know why I have to say example, but remember Safe House, where it was kind of thinking, oh, who is the traitor among us? Who gave them the location of the house? For 50 minutes in, you know who it is.
Exactly.
And in this one, you're like, holy shit.
When they reveal what they reveal, it's like, holy shit.
I had almost an anxiety attack over it. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
If I cough, you'll have to excuse me. I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm way better than before. I mean, we saw this when I was sick, and when I got home, I just crashed. I couldn't even do a review. I was going to have you over, and you called me. And I actually thought that call was a fever dream. So I wanted to call you back saying, like, was I making any sense with what I was talking about?
You sound tired.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Do you want to do a review for Stoker? Stroker? It's the porn version. We should do a review of the porn version.
It turns into Stroker at one point.
Yeah, that's true. That's another twist. That's a twist in that scene all itself. You're like, what a whole, oh my god.
That was an awesome scene. That's one of the best scenes this year. And I think it's a beautiful looking scene. When you see it, you'll know. But
you say that, but this whole movie is gorgeous.
The
whole movie is shot beautifully.
I mean, Park Chan-wook didn't do the cinematography, but he set up everything. And his films are known for being beautiful. And one thing that he does, or at least I always thought he does great, is making violence look beautiful. Yeah. And this is no exception to that. Old Boy has a lot of really amazing shots. Have you seen any clips from Old Boy? Because they do this like one shot in a subway tunnel where they're having like a kung fu fight, and it's fucking awesome. And this is another one of those movies where it's like numerous scenes where I could watch it. I could watch this movie with the sound off. Maybe just like the soundtrack.
This movie?
Yeah, Stoker. And Stoker. And like I'll probably enjoy it just as much. Oh man, we got way off topic because I don't remember what this came from.
The cinematography.
No, but before that, it was something else we were talking about.
Fever dreams.
Let me.
I feel like I'm having a fever dream right now, trying to remember.
Well, let me tell you what I like about this movie, I guess. Which I like everything. Like I said, I love this movie. I think it's kind of obvious what my rating is going to be at the end. But whatchamacallit?
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. She does a great job in the movie. She's a really good actress. Playing this dark, brooding role. And in a way, or at least I felt myself kind of sympathizing with her. As much as you could like see her and say like, oh, what a little bitch. But, she's been going through a lot, and with the death of probably her only friend, which was her dad, you can kind of see why she's like this. Kidman does a really good job as well, playing the, I don't want to say ditzy, but she's playing a victim kind of to get closer to Charlie.
Yeah, she's not. I don't know. I don't know what am I trying to say here. Like,
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say.
I don't know.
I forgot how sexy she could be.
Yeah,
Nicole Kidman. She looks really great in this movie. That red hair, that pale skin. She's fucking
you're
sexy.
all about the redheads.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right.
Mia whatchamacallit too. I thought she was really beautiful.
Oh yeah.
This movie's full of pretty people.
This movie's full of pretty people. And hey, I ain't gay, but Matthew. No.
That doesn't make it okay.
I suck your dick.
Please, Mr. Stoker, don't do it.
Okay, if you have to.
Oh god. Oh, that's bad.
I don't know. For that whole minute, I just had like a whole brain for like, what am I trying to say here? I don't really know what else to say.
It's a mystery thriller, I guess, if you had to categorize this movie. But it also has a whole theme about becoming an adult. India turns 18 the day her father dies. And the whole movie has to do with her going from being a child into becoming an adult. And you see it in various ways in the film. I'm not going to ruin any of them. But, that's like the overall theme, besides the fact that it's a mystery thriller.
It's part of it is a really strange coming-of-age film, unlike anything you've seen. Because I really didn't know much about this movie, and I certainly didn't know that aspect. So. And you say it's a mystery thriller, and part of the mystery is knowing what happens. Because I was lost for the last 30 minutes of this movie. It makes me sound like, and I don't want to say that because it makes me sound like, well, maybe I'm not smart enough to get it, though, but because I don't want to be one of those people who are like, oh, it was dumb, I didn't like it. But why didn't you like it? Because it was dumb, yeah. I hated it. Why? Because I hated it, man. Isn't that enough?
I'm gonna watch no more Chinaman movies. Dead air.
Dead air, yeah.
Oh man, but was it good?
Well, you know,
but I think a part of
puns.
Oh, we can't. I think a part of the reason for that is not because you were, you were confused by it. I think part of that reason though is because you're not used to his films or films like this. Yeah. Not only is it a Park Chan-wook film, but it reminded me a lot of like Italian giallo films, which for everyone listening who does not know what that is, movies from, let's say, Dario Argento or Mario Bava, which is like a really...
I've seen Suspiria, that's about it.
Okay, well, it's not like Suspiria,
no.
But his other movies where it's a mystery thriller where people are dying, but it just has this different feel to it. Usually the main protagonist is a female.
Yeah. Or
it'll center around a female lead, which is India in this case. And a lot of not almost the entire film. The entire film really does center around her.
Yeah.
Not only in the story, but in the way it's filmed too. There are a lot of scenes where it's just her thinking about what's going on and trying to put this puzzle together as we are too. And it's all filmed really beautifully.
Yeah, she's involved with probably every scene or almost every scene.
Yeah.
Almost every scene. There are a few scenes not without her, but it's the whole. Yeah, her main character arc is the main theme of the movie to get down to it.
As much as I love this movie, I do have some problems with it, and there are little things, but they aren't noticeable. For one of them is. This is a white suburban family in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of fucking nowhere.
They have...
there's a high school nearby. A little town, like some town areas, but...
Yeah, they have a huge fucking... not almost a mansion, but they have a big-ass house. Yeah. Clearly they're well off.
Oh, yeah.
But their basement looks like a fucking rape den.
It's almost as if the jigsaw killer was going to come out and go, would you like to play a game?
Yeah, she was going to go get ice cream, but she's going to open up that fridge.
The place where they keep the ice is the room for the first Saw. And when I saw it, I was making that joke, and she opened that room, I was like, that's the fucking room for the Saw. All right? You can't fool me.
So it's stuff like that where like I can't help but think like, why would they let their basement look like this?
And it's only lit by one light.
It's exactly. And
that's not ominous at all.
I understand they're doing it for atmosphere. I mean, it did work for the scene, but still, like, this wouldn't happen. Or at least I don't think it would happen. They wouldn't. They would have turned that shit into like a den or something.
Oh yeah. Well, it is.
Oh, like
it's a torture den.
You know what I mean. And my second complaint is there are scenes where. India is going to school, and there are bullies who pick on her. And these bullies, they're the fucking... How does... One of them, played by Lucas Till, threatens to punch her in the face. Like, he does it and just, like, stops right when he gets to her face. And the teacher's just like, settle down, class. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Like, how did they let that pass?
Like, she doesn't... threaten them.
She doesn't do
anything.
The only thing is she's different. If you're a bully, that's why you pick on kids because they're different and shit like that. Bullshit reasons like that. But even like that, it's kind of like, why her?
Well,
she can't be the weirdest kid.
She draws like a nude picture of her, like, oh, look what I drew in art class of you, and then the next scene is like, I'll punch the fuck out of you.
Exactly.
How does it make that connection?
And they kind of feel like, him and his group of bullies, like, I kind of feel that at one point, Park Chan-wook wanted to make this a period piece set in the, I'd say probably in the 50s. Mm-hmm. The way they all dress kind of seems like that. From Matthew Good's attire to the car he drives. There's something about that. And Lucas Till and his bully friends, they seem like some bike gang, including the kid from that movie that just came out, Beautiful Creatures, who plays like the one good guy who's kind of trying to help out India until...
That's an interesting character, I would
say. There's a twist with him too.
That's kind of interesting.
There's a twist with him, but obviously we're not going to get into that. But he's trying to help out India, and he's wearing blue jeans, white T-shirt, and a leather jacket.
A leather jacket, yeah.
So, and his friends are like leaving on motorcycles. Like, are they supposed to be like a biker gang or something like that? Like,
I didn't think. I was thinking back, like when you were saying that, I was like, oh, I guess. I mean, but now, they're always hanging out like some diner kind of place.
Yeah, they're never watching. No one watches TV in the movie. No, that's not true. They do.
Oh,
they
right,
do at one point.
That weird fucking
documentary.
Nature documentary.
Was shit.
Yeah.
Some of these documentaries, like you see on National Geographic or Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, some of them were just like, man, intervene. Like, don't let these animals do that. Which I get it's nature and I get they have to eat, but fuck.
Digs into the innards of the cub.
The Mayan?
No, the lion.
Like,
then
you see some brown guy or something? It could have just been a regular Mexican.
As the Mayans predicted, they would dig into the cub.
Oh. But, yeah, I really feel like he wanted to make this a period piece, and he wrote it as that, and then at one point he couldn't. No one really uses a cell phone. They do it a couple times.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There's nothing that makes it feel like this is 2013.
You know what thing about that? That's not. No one's never like, hey, you want to play the Kinect?
Yeah, exactly. No one has an Xbox or anything. They're listening to Nancy Sinatra.
Yeah,
all the time, and if not that, it's classical music, which I feel like if it's not they want in the 50s, then white people be white. White people be very very white.
Yeah, I told you that.
Those were my only complaints about the film, but that aside, really interesting plot, which it does take a while to kind of figure out, but once you think about it, it might have to be seen twice.
Yeah, probably.
I saw it twice because I enjoyed it a lot. I actually saw it one day after another. But
I really do feel like I should probably see it again. But the problem I have is that when it ended, I was like, I know I should see this again, but I don't have a drive to see this again.
Your exact words, like, well, that was cool.
That was
fuck did I just see?
That was technically a movie film.
Once again, excuse my cough.
Well, I told you, like, just a quick thing about the Nancy Sinatra song. Like, I was in my room, my dorm room, and my roommate Anton, for the people who don't know, because I know you know Anton.
Yeah.
He just started randomly whistling that song, and I looked up.
Shit.
I was like, run! And then, and then he started playing the Icelandic version of the song.
Which I didn't know they had music.
Which Anton is Icelandic. He's not like this super ultra hipster. Like, oh, you heard the Rolling Stones? You haven't heard it until they sing in Icelandic. But I wasn't as crazy about that. I like what they were trying to do. I understood, and there are a few points of it. Like, there are a few points. The performances are really good. The cinematography is gorgeous, and there are parts where I was on board with it. But then there would be other parts where I'm like,
why was
I want to be on board with this, but it's like I can't grasp it. I don't know. I just kind of left with. I know I should, like I just said, like the best thing I could sum up with is I wanted to like it. I'm sure it's a good movie. I just couldn't really grasp it. I didn't really know what was going on from some of it, like especially near the last 30 minutes. But the thing is, I don't really have a necessary drive to see it again, especially spending $11 like I did.
Well, it's going to be at River East. Spend $6.
Well, that's okay. I can see one better. I basically summed up what I felt. I mean, I'm not saying don't see this, and it's not even a bad movie. It's just I think you should. A friend of mine asked me, so it was bad, and I said no, it's probably not a bad movie, and I think you should see it. Don't see it like a full price, but if you think it's going to be your kind of movie, see it, see what you think about it. I thought it was gonna be my kind of movie. I didn't come out.
Yeah, I actually feel bad because I kind of pumped you up for the movie because as soon as I got out, I called you and telling you like this movie was fucking awesome, my favorite movie of the year so far. You got to go see it. Great mystery thriller.
Well, I was thinking of seeing it.
I was comparing it to Argento, like I said, which you know coming off of Suspiria, which you just recently saw.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that like got you kind of pumped up to see it. So
if it's when it comes out on like Redbox, Netflix, on demand, definitely. If it sounds like your kind of movie, definitely see it. I just see if it's your kind of movie. It's a kind of movie where see if it's your kind of movie.
I'll be one to admit that it's not for everyone.
No,
it's really not.
Definitely.
Even if you like mystery thrillers,
which I love, mystery thrillers,
it's still different. But if you're used to the type of movies that Park Chan-wook makes.
Which I am not.
You know, his kind of thrillers, there's a lot of his movie deals with sexuality.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, really kind of raw, almost uncomfortable way, too.
Yeah, there are a number of scenes where you go, oh, okay,
yeah.
So we're going to, okay.
Like, oh, we're venturing into this territory.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. But if you can get past that and if you can actually, you know, take that and analyze it with the rest of the film and see how this fits in, I think it's a really, really enjoyable film. Like I said, I love all the performances, all the twists near the end, and even like through the middle of the film had me like, oh my god, this is kind of cool how they kind of brought this all back and how this is all coming together is really, really well written and kind of really creative too. I didn't figure out the whole point of this film until maybe like a week after when I texted you. I was like, I finally cracked it.
So yeah, I was thinking about it on the way back, on the train ride back to my dorm, and I was thinking like, okay, I see what they did there, and I kind of like it more, but not enough to be like, oh man, you guys see Stoker, and not really enough to be like, oh, you should see it. Like, okay, like taking what I said before, I understand what they did there, and I kind of like. It's the same feeling I had after. Although now it's confusing and a little more enjoyable. Tinker Tailor, Soldier Spy, where that was the most confusing movie I've ever seen. And me and my dad were kind of going over it, and we kind of finally figured it out. And we were like, once we figured it out, we were kind of like, okay, I see what they did there. I don't know if I'd particularly say you should run out and see it.
So you kind of had like a reaction like, oh, that was it.
Yeah,
like that was the mystery.
And not even that.
Which
like,
it was kind of like
I liked the mystery. My reaction was kind of like, oh well. All right.
Yeah, which is different for me because to me, when I finally figured it out, I was like, oh, that's what that was. And, oh, this is why this was like that. And the reason I said it's like kind of like a Dracula or a vampire film is because, well, besides the last name Stoker, you know, like Charlie, Matthew Good in the film, he's basically playing Dracula.
Oh, he's very seductive.
He's trying to seduce. Oh, in a way, he's trying to seduce India to be on his side.
He's kind of like the Mina character in Dracula.
Yeah,
he's he's been in these foreign areas, like all
traveled
over
the world, and
he's this very seductive and charming man.
Dresses good.
Doesn't have the best intentions.
Yeah,
it's very much a Dracula story. You know what this what am I trying to say here? Okay, this movie actually has its own serial. Raisin Bram's Joker.
I don't even. I can't even fucking process it.
That pause I did right there, that was me going, do I want to destroy all my credibility?
You could have done something like Count Chocula or something. You could have gone there.
That's it.
Cereal? There's a Dracula cereal already. Raisin Bram's Stoker. I kind of like that. That's what's pissing me off about it. I kind of like that idea.
It's awful. It's an awful pun. That's so bad. It kind of comes around to being.
If you like Chark Pan Wook, God damn it,
Uncle Charlie.
Oh man, the second they said Uncle Charlie, all that was going through my mind was that YouTube video of Black Uncle Charlie.
They should remake this movie, but with him.
I'll post up the link to that on this review because I want people to see that. But if you're a fan of Park Chan-wook's films,
So you're my daughter's brother.
I think this is this is probably at least my personal favorite film of his since Old Boy. I mean, Old Boy is still on top, but yeah, I really love this film, and I said the things that I didn't like about it, and clearly it's not for everyone. But if you think you will enjoy it, you'll definitely enjoy it, and I give it 4 out of 4 eyes.
I think I pretty much summed up all I feel about it. I mean, if it's at a low price, you should probably go see it if you like mystery thrillers. I really love mystery thrillers. Just, it's really complex to the point where I was kind of like, okay, when I figured it out, I was like, I see where they're going for. I kind of like it, but then again, I still can't really grasp onto it, make an emotional connection with it. So, I mean, the twists are great. The cinematography is incredible. The performances are really good. I just, at the end of the day, I was kind of like I said, like it was a joke, but kind of more like, yeah, that was a movie. Like, it was, oh yeah. Kind of neutral on that. So I'd give it 2.5 out of 4. 2.5?
Okay. Just another thing to add really quick. Also, I think you would like it if you're just a fan of movies with great cinematography. Because there's some shots in here that are really just beautiful that I can see over and over again. Not just the shots, but the transitions that they do from scene to scene.
Yeah.
Really creative, really good.
The scene where she's brushing her mom's hair.
Yeah.
The hair turns
I think it's in the trailer.
blades of glory. Yeah.
I think it might be. I don't know.
That was the one where I went, oh man.
That was cool.
So I guess that's it.
I can't
really end on. I can't think of a bad pun to end on. So
thank God for that. Let's stop it now before you ruin that.
To be friends.
We don't need to be friends. We're family.
She's of age.
Of age for what?
You know, I've often wondered why it is we have children. And the conclusion I've come to is we want someone to get it right this time.